Hi, Kirsty.
Hi.
Welcome.
Hi.
Happy Monday.
Thanks.
Yes, absolutely. How are you feeling today?
I feel all right.
Okay, great. Well, this is our first session, and we're going to go ahead and dive right in. I am a therapist that is specializing in solution-focused therapy. Have you ever heard of solution-focused?
A little bit in class, but nothing too crazy about it.
Okay, well, I can give you some background to it. Essentially, solution-focused is kind of what it sounds like. We are examining and focusing on finding a solution to anything that is worth your time of talking about in our session today.
Okay.
So, does that kind of make sense to you? It's it's an optimistic kind of very problem solution kind of focused way of going about, of kind of breaking things down and analyzing some of the things that you care to talk about.
Okay.
Great. So can you kind of paint a picture a little bit about where you're coming from, what your context is? Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, okay. So I will be 28 on next Monday.
Okay.
So there's that. I'm in grad school. I work 40 hours a week. I'm engaged. I have 2 dogs. No kids. Thank God.
Definitely. That sounds like you are very busy and you've got a lot on your plate.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. Okay. So how do you have fun? Tell me about something.
I hang out with my friends.
Okay.
I work out. I obviously hang out with my fiance.
Great. Your
play
fiance.
with my dogs. Yeah.
Cool. So when did your fiance become your fiance? That's really exciting.
Yeah. About 6 months ago. So last January.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. That's really exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Well, your fiance is a very important person in your life, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell me a little bit about other VIPs in your life? Very important people?
So Ryan, my fiance, is obviously one. Definitely my parents. They're just my parents.
Mm-hmm.
We can't go wrong with them. Yeah.
Great. Well, if there's anybody else that you can think of, feel free to let me know at any point in our session. Because
I guess my sister's one too. So she's going to be my matron of honor. So
oh, great.
She's obviously important to
me,
so.
Great. Well, VIPs are such an important kind of palette of networking people and support that everybody has. So, it's a great resource to have. So, is there? Let's kind of dive into a little bit, kind of the next level of our session here.
Okay.
Is that so? With it being our first session, we're going to kind of ask a few random questions that might kind of channel in and harness in on what you might be wanting to talk about mostly in our sessions today or throughout the rest of our scheduled meetings.
Okay.
Does that sound okay?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So, what do you find most helpful in your day-to-day function when you are looking for support or any kind of optimism? Is there something that is prohibiting you from getting to a point that you'd like to be at?
I like sleeping a lot. Sleeping doesn't really help with getting things done.
Sleeping.
So, yeah.
Okay.
And I also really like playing with my dogs. They're goofy as hell. And
Great.
Always put a smile on my face. So.
Great. How is sleeping helpful?
I don't have to think about things.
Mm-hmm.
And I can be cozy and comfy in bed. And
absolutely. Yes.
In my own world.
Yes. Animals can be a great, outlet of support too, because they're animals and not people.
Yeah.
And you can have a connection with them that you just can't really have with other people.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. Do you feel overall your mood? Do you feel happy?
Mm-hmm.
Is that a neutral answer?
I mean, it's not that I'm unhappy. I just, I don't know, I just don't have, energy, throughout the day. I don't ever want to get out of bed. Some days it's, even hard for me to get up and shower. And, I would rather just sit on the couch and watch, Netflix all day instead of getting up to go exercise or, getting up and cleaning the house or doing laundry or, going on a walk with my fiance or, hanging out with friends. I just don't physically and, mentally have the energy for it. I'm just there. So I'm not unhappy, but I'm just
okay.
Ugh.
Right. I like that you use the word energy. That actually is a very vivid adjective for the kind of questions I'd like to ask.
Okay.
So on a scale of 1 to 5, with 5 being the most energy and 1 being the least energy, where would you rate your energy levels right now?
I mean, I'd say on a good day, it's a 3, but on a normal day, it's a 2, 2.5.
Okay, so. Sure. And so what is getting it to be a 2, 2.5 rather than 1?
I don't know. I do wake up every morning and get out of bed and shower before I go to work, and I do make it through the workday without taking naps and sleeping, and I do get my homework done on time, and I do decent in school. And
okay, so how does getting your homework done and doing decent in school, what does that do for you? And your energy? What does that do for you and your energy?
It gives me a sense of accomplishment and a sense of reassurance of okay, you can do this. It's not that bad to get up out of bed and just do what you need to do. But there's just days where I'm just I want to shut the world out and just be in my own little bubble in my bed.
Okay. And so when things are going groovy and you're at a 3, what else do you notice about your mood that is just going right for you that day? Your energy.
I feel I have more energy because I'm not focused on. Okay. I don't know. Just getting things done and feeling accomplished feeds into me having more energy to do the next task, if that makes sense. Okay, this task is done, you did a good job on it, let's go on to the next one.
Sure. Do you think that others notice that?
Absolutely. My fiance totally notices.
Great. What things were different between you and your fiance, for example, before you started having stronger days than others with your energy? Did you notice this was happening? Did you think your fiance would notice a change in your energy over the last year, or not so much? Yeah?
Yeah, I would say that he would notice that my energy is lower. We used to go camping all the time, and I don't know if it's because I'm busy, and I literally just on my weekends just literally want to lay on the couch and not do anything and put any more energy out or anything. But he notices that I don't really want to go on dates. I don't want to go on double dates. I don't want to hang out with friends. I kind of just want to chill at home and relax. And he has definitely noticed.
That sounds really hard for you. Definitely. Do you notice anything else with your relationship with him and even your relationship with your work or school or your other priorities in life?
I guess it's just mainly with Ryan, and I think I'm more critical of myself just because I work in the field of mental health, so I know what basically depression looks like. Sure. And it's not severe to the point where I'm I literally can't get out of bed and I am thinking of harming myself, but it's significant enough to where I'm noticing it to come in and talk about it. So sure. I don't know, I guess it's just little things that Ryan says is well, why don't you get out of bed today? Or why are you sleeping until 10 o'clock today? And why don't we go for a walk with the boys? Or why don't we go do this? And then I can just tell that he knows I just don't have the energy.
So yes.
Yes.
Okay. That sounds very difficult for you.
Yes.
If I can give a metaphor, oftentimes what kind of these pessimistic attitudes, a healthy metaphor for that is the oxygen mask metaphor. I don't know if you've ever heard it.
No.
You need to help yourself. It's like when you're on an airplane
Mm-hmm.
and they tell you, in case of an emergency, the oxygen masks will come down and you need to help yourself before you help someone else.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that is a great metaphor for applying your attitude towards your energy and your daily function, as well as your relationships with other people. Does that make sense?
Yeah, makes a lot of sense.
Okay, great. So let's see. How else? What have you found to be effective in applying your oxygen mask? What have you found effective in kind of helping your mood just on a basic day?
Getting out of bed at like a decent time, like especially
Mm-hmm.
like on the weekends when I'm not forced to get up out of bed, like getting out of bed and actually like taking a shower and putting my makeup on and getting dressed and just being like ready for the day in general, like just it like gets that like energy ball rolling rather than I'm gonna lay in bed till 10 in my pajamas and
Right.
watch Netflix for 3 hours and then I'm gonna get out of bed and just see where the day takes me.
Right. I understand. And so when you do have those experiences where you are staying in bed, how is that helpful?
When I'm staying in bed, it's
Mhm.
not helpful.
Not at all.
Not really, no.
Okay. That helps paint a picture to my understanding of your motivation
Mhm.
and your overall energy levels. So
Okay.
I think that definitely kind of gives me the appropriate context for what is concerning you in terms of what we are going to talk about in our sessions, in our further sessions.
Okay.
I have kind of one last question for you. And so if you could wave a magic wand and have anything at all in your life magically fixed or taken care of, or involving your energy, your motivation, anything like that, if you could wave a magic wand and have it taken care of, what would that magic wand do? How would that look?
I'd probably definitely be a morning person.
Mm-hmm.
I would have energy to get up, work out, run, take a shower, make breakfast, go to work, go to school, come
Mhm.
home, do my homework, take care of the dogs, do dinner, and go to sleep and do it all over again.
Okay, great.
I have lots of energy
Mhm.
when needed and motivation to like get shit done.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. That helps me understand a lot about what you are cognitively experiencing and
Okay.
emotionally experiencing. So I will make a note that energy is what we are going to stay focused on and continue to resolve solutions to maximizing your energy throughout, the rest of our sessions and continuing it to all of these really exciting things you have coming up. Your development and work, your education, graduation, and your wedding.
Yeah.
So we will take care of that in our further sessions. We'll set some goals and
Okay.
we'll continue to refine that. How does that sound?
Sounds perfect.
Fantastic. All right, well, that's all of our time for today.
Okay.
Do you have any questions for me?
Nope.
All right, great. Well, we will see you next time.
Okay.
Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
And please contact me if you have any issues or problems or questions at all. And we'll see you next week.
All right. Sounds
All
good.
right, thank you.
Bye.
Bye.